Okay, we're live. We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back for Truth Talk Ghost Story Edition. And tonight I have got my BFF, Sir Noah Tempestari. He is over here, and we had a ghost situation happen together. And so I
Mhm.
thought that it would be really, really cool to kind of go over this. I know that you talked about this a little bit on your channel, but it was you, it was me, and I think Bear, and we were seeing something. I don't know if was it Black Panther. I can't remember what we had watched. It was something Marvel that, or it was maybe
Wonder
it was
Woman.
Wonder Woman. Was it
Yeah.
Wonder Woman? So
Mhm.
it was DC. It was not Marvel. Um,
It's okay.
so
She'll
yeah,
forgive you.
she will. I'm like, oh, Goddess Diana, please, please. So tell us about it. Because I noticed, okay, so we were in the movie theater and I keep seeing Noah like turn and I'm like, what is he looking at? Like, I'm looking behind me. I'm like, has somebody like creeped up on us? Like, what is up? Go ahead.
Yeah. So, well, first of all, when you go to the movies with Raven and Bear, you never have to worry about like getting there early for seating because we always sit in the front. Which in the beginning, I never really did that until I sat with them. And I'm like, I can get into this, you know. And so like there's all kinds of leg room, which me and Bear are very tall people, so it works, you know.
Yeah.
And so we sat in the front, and so there was nobody else but us three in the middle, and
Mhm.
I think it was like a little bit into the movie. It wasn't halfway to that point, but it was like a little bit into the movie. I started feeling like somebody was walking back and forth, and
Uh-huh.
it kept distracting me from the movie. So I actually had to go back and watch it later on again because I just like completely was like, "What is it?" Yeah, but I wasn't freaked out. It was just like, "This is cool." Like I wonder if there's somebody actually here with us. You know, I don't want to bug Raven because we're into the movie and we love that stuff. So I was just like letting it happen. And I just kept seeing somebody like walk past, and then like it got clearer and clearer for me. I was able
Uh,
to see like a female figure, and then maybe like halfway through the movie, they actually came and sat next to me, and I just felt like the way that I felt with Raven on this side, I had somebody on this side, and so I was just like
yeah.
about it, you know. So I was
Yeah.
watching the movie, just I wasn't like ignoring the person, but I was just like watching the movie, and I'm like, whatever be will be, you know. And so I think like a little while after I started hearing like words, like just like random words coming from the side of my ears, and I heard them tell me their name, and so I was like, "Wow, that's really cool," you know. So I just kept it like quiet. I really didn't tell Raven until I got home because I was still trying to like process everything because I love anything paranormal. Like I am all about it. I am not afraid of it at all. Like my entire family is like scared out of their minds with it, and I'm just like, show me," you know.
Just give it to me. Give it to me.
Yes. And it's always the ones that don't want it that get it, you know. Like
Uh-huh.
my sister is like totally a medium. Like she has so many experiences, and like I totally believe her. Like I don't think she's crazy. I don't think she's just saying things. Like she's actually, she's a medium. She doesn't want to embrace her gifts, and I'm just like, give them to me then, you know. So yeah, so anyways, so I went home and I told Raven about what happened, and she just like confirmed everything. She's like, yes, there was a lady that was there was somebody sitting next to you, and I purposely put you in that seat to see if you would pick up on anything, because the theater we went to is like super old. It's been there for a while. It's called Alamo Draft House, and it was my first time going there, and I love like the old feel. It just felt like really, it felt more like home than going to like a more popular theater like an AMC, because those are like
Yeah.
super clean, like they feel like a mall kind of. But this one
Yeah.
was like really homey, like you can go in there and like sit with your legs crossed and just like kick back, so it was nice.
Yeah,
I think
this was
that.
the older one on Westlake, so the northwest side of San Antonio. Hmm.
Yeah, so it was really nice. I loved it. So yeah, so I talked to Raven about it. I did some research on the side, and I found that the person was buried near San Antonio. And so I told Raven about it, and I was just like super excited about the whole thing, and just like I was hoping that this one experience would lead to many, many more along the way. And so I was just like super excited because I hear Raven talking about it all the time, and I'm just like absorbing it all in every time she tells me. And like she would take me purposely like to like not haunted streets, but like busier streets where she could pick up on stuff really easily to try to see if I could. And sometimes I could, and sometimes I couldn't. And so I was just like, oh my God, so she was like really into nurturing it for me, which I really appreciate.
I didn't realize I was doing that. I just didn't want to feel crazy by myself. I'm like, do you feel it? Do you know? Do you feel it too?
Yeah. So yeah, it was awesome. So I didn't know until I think like a few days before we met up with Tequila that you and Bear were going to take us to this gravesite.
And I have a picture from the same day, and I didn't realize that this was the exact same day until you just mentioned it. And this was the day that you took this picture of me and Tequila outside of HEB. I don't know what we're doing. But we were having a good time that day.
Yeah, it was an awesome day. So we met up with Tequila. We took her to HEB because she doesn't have one up there for whatever reason. I wish she did, because like it'd be so much easier for her to get.
She'd be living her best HEB life. I miss HEB. That is one of the things I miss the most of Texas.
I wish she would come here. I wish she would come here. So yeah, so we met up with Tequila, and then that's when Barrett said that because he's a former military, so he had access to the gravesite that we didn't have access to as civilians. So he had to get us on there. And I found everything like on my own. I found like the site, I found the number, so we were able to like find it really quickly in the section. We also went to go visit Bear's father as well. But just like going to her, it was just, it felt surreal. Like I just was like, I hope she comes through to me. I didn't feel her presence when I was there. I got her flowers, took them to her grave, and spent some time with her, and just thanked her for the experience. Like I don't know if we're connected in a past life or a future life or whatever, but I'm just grateful that she came to me to. I don't feel like she was like proving me one way or the other, because I always believed in it no matter what. But it was just a really awesome experience to have, and like, to see how it actually react, instead of it just being like me talking about it. This is how I actually reacted, and maybe she can go tell her friends in the spirit world, like, yeah, you can go to him now. But it was a good time. It was such a good time.
It was a good time, and it was really rewarding. Tequila and I, once we got to the cemetery, with you, we kind of like you knew it, like exactly. You're like, it's over here, and it was interesting to watch you not only have this experience because you'd been wanting one for some time. And I know you and Snow tell me all the time, they're like, oh, I wish we had that. Oh, I'm like, you really don't. You really don't. Like some days is just like, they won't get out of your head. But you had that experience. I got to witness you kind of like looking over, like you could tell there was something going on, and I could sense an energy, but I couldn't like see it. And that's something with spirits. They didn't want me. They wanted you. There was something about it that, they just wanted you, and you got that connection. Not only did you have the actual name, you found the actual, the website, the gravesite, and then Tequila and I, sort of stood back and let you have that. And it was the most beautiful thing to witness. It was just kind of like it came full circle, and I'm like, that's my boy. That's my boy right there. And he's honoring this person. I mean, you brought them flowers. It was very tender. The whole thing was just very, very tender. And what I really, really loved about this story was not only the heart behind it, was also that not everything that goes bump in the night is meaning you any harm. Sometimes they're just lost souls looking for some sort of connection, something. They didn't want anything from you. They just wanted to be seen. And you gave that to them. And I'm like, I'll get all teary. It's just like, I hope that somebody does that for me one day, because I'm extra. And I shouldn't be that way as a ghost. I bet you anything.
No, it's true.
Really cool.
It's true. Like, I always like refer back to the Vampire Diaries, but like the early seasons when like any supernatural being would pass over to the other side, in the beginning they weren't able to be seen or heard. They were alone. They were isolated by themselves. They didn't have all the other spirits there. They were by themselves, and they couldn't see anybody else. So they were trying to reach out to the living people. And it was just really sad. Like I got really, because the actors were like really good, and so like I just got really sad. Like, is it really like that on the other side? We don't know, It's just everybody has their own experiences, and so I felt the same way. Like I was just like, it was like it was a give and take. Like it was good for me to finally have an experience like that. And I also took it deeper. Like imagine if I didn't move to Texas, I would have never have had that experience. I'm not saying I would have never had any experience, but I would never had that specific experience, and that meant a lot to me. It's always going to stick with me.
That's awesome. That was awesome. Well, that's it. I know people are just like, these are going really quick. Like, I haven't had any fun in the chat. Sorry, chat. I love you, chat.
Sorry, chat.
Sorry, chat people. This is just like a really quick little ghost stories. We've got 31 days of these, and I don't even know who's here tomorrow. I don't even know. Somebody is here tomorrow. I was telling Noah, I'm like, I'm getting a little, like anxiety about the schedule. I've got people from all over the world, and I'm like, budgeted out. I'm just like, if they cancel, it's going to be nothing but my ghost stories. I got a lot of them, but I'm just like, tell me once. I want to hear it.
Well, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like, if there's ever a cancellation, I'm here to hear yours, because I know you have plenty. I've heard so many over the years already, and I'll hear them again, because I love it. Like, I love it so much, you have no idea. That's why I'm like, if I could just be in tune as my sister, I would be happy, because she has dreams about these people that she's never seen before, knows the whole story, like everything. The bad part of it is that sometimes she'll wake up with bruises, and I'm just like, it's because they're trying to contact you. Like, they know that you're open and they're trying to get your attention. I don't think it's necessarily bad all the time. And so when and I know that it's true, because whenever she tells them to back off, they do. Like, they're respectful, and like, you see, they just want to get your attention. Just talk to them, Like, I wish I just could just take it from you and put it inside. But it'll be developed. Like I told Crimson, it can be developed, and
it can be developed. It can. Which means that you have the gift. You just got to develop it. It's a muscle that you've got to learn to use. That's all it is. And I'm telling you, if that comes boundaries, you're going to learn real quick. You're going to lay some boundaries out, because there's some that are just, they're greedy. They want what they want, and they don't care what time it is and whatever. I actually have protection all around my bedroom. It's just like, I even have haunted furniture, and they know that the bedroom's not okay. The shower's not okay. Please do not message or send me a message while I'm in the shower washing my hair. Last thing I need to do is slip and fall. There are things. So you learn real quick to like lay those boundaries out. But yeah, you got this. You got this. Sure.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. It was really good to tell the story again. And if anybody has any questions, you can always comment after we leave, and I'll do my best to respond. Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on. And with that, we're done. Yay! Easy out. So you want to be a Ravenflower guest? I won't take up your whole night. No. Thank you, Noah. Love your face.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.